Okay, so here we are with the new Planet Coaster 2. We're gonna start a new franchise. We're gonna build us a park. This is how it looks like. Actually, it looks amazing. And I love how smooth it is. The graphics are insane. I'm playing in 4K, so it actually works quite well. There's no hiccups. I've had a few parks yesterday, and I didn't see any bottlenecks when you get a lot of guests. The maximum amount of guests you're going to be able to get is 6,000. The game allows you to change that number, but it warns you that if you do, the game might crash. So I've left it for 6,000. I think I got to 5,500 and it was still quite good. And you can actually get to that amount of people quite fast. So we're going to start building a park. Let me just open the window a bit because it's getting a bit warm. What I want to do. My park is called Splashing Macau because we're somewhere in Asia. I'm guessing close to Macau based on my knowledge of geography. And we're gonna do a water park mainly because I feel like it's fun. We're on a map with 200K. It says that we're gonna get a normal amount of guests that I think feel nauseated more often, and I don't know if it tells me. Anyway, feel nauseated more often, but they eat a lot. So I guess that's what it is. You can select other options for 100K and other locations for 500K. So we're somewhere in the middle. I think 100K is enough based on my experience. To be honest, you don't really go bankrupt in this game. It's really for fun, right? We're just out here enjoying ourselves, and the game is not trying to stop that. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna start building a bit of. They introduced this new thing. You can create a path as you want, and then some path extra. So first of all, let's see which one we like. Blue swirly path. Let's do a flagstone, and then we're gonna put some bins. I think bins. I could add the benches later. Viking, Planet Coaster, Resort, Mythology, and then Aquatic. We're gonna go with Aquatic, of course. We can get the circular ones because they look better. I'm not convinced about the railing, but why not? Metal coaster, painted metal, polished wood, wood beam, metal. Let's just do the classic. So what I want to do here is allow for a bit of space to have the transport later if we want to build it. So for now, we're just gonna go like that. We're gonna go left and right soon. I just want to show you how it looks like. Looks like this. Look at that. You can literally see inside the bin. It's beautiful. Let me get some music from the game. At some point, it gets a bit annoying. You'll see. The water splashes quite often if you build a lot of pools. This is a beautiful, beautiful alleyway. Okay, so the here's the setup. I'm probably going to end up with some really high coasters on this side. The path is going to come like that somehow. And we can plop maybe our pool right here. I think that's a good area. So let's do a custom pool, of course. Big infinity. Do we want it round? Do we want it? We want the path on the edge. Now, I've discovered in my previous park that if you want to add flumes to the pool, you're going to want to take this path off. Otherwise, guests are going to get stuck. So I'm thinking maybe an L-shaped. so. And then we're gonna be able to put quite a few flumes maybe on this side, on this side. Actually on this side. This is the edge of the park, we don't need to go that far. So maybe let's just do it here. In this case. Okay, so let's do the shallow. We're gonna do some shallow sections. Shallow is really shallow, like ankle shallow. So nobody really uses it that much. Wading is maybe knee high, I would say. Swimming is probably the best. So we're gonna do swim. Can we do more than one? No, we cannot. So we're gonna do swimming like this. People can swim there, and then we're gonna do diving. Diving, let's change the color a bit. Terracotta tile, but I want infinity for the diving. Like that. Because realistically, I would like the plume somewhere here. Like that. So the plumes are gonna throw people inside there. I think it's fine. But what are we hoping to see here? We're hoping that people are gonna swim all the way there. And then on this side, let's keep the path. Maybe change the tiles. It doesn't even change the tile, it changes the plank wool edge. Okay. So that's fine. And then we need, I think, a bit more because some of these are really big. That's not the one. But there's a few of them that are probably much bigger than that. I guess we can keep going on that side if we wanted to. But it's not very good looking. So let's do a bit of this. We're gonna do swimming on this side. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. Ideally, like this. Say it again. That's a bit more artistic. Now, we can certainly straighten those. I think like that. So that's nice. But I do want to add a bit more for sure. Because somewhere in this pool, I want to put a giant ship. And I want... So maybe the pool goes that way with the swimming. But I don't know if this is maybe... Yeah, we're gonna do maybe a round pool here. How do I draw? boxes, but because I think it would have been faster to just do it like that. I want to build. Oh. It's not the previous pool, that's for sure. Okay, let's do something else. Let's do... I don't want to run out of money before I even get to placing something. So maybe this is what it can be for now. Let's round it up a bit. See if it's gonna look nicer. It won't. So in that case, we're gonna go like that. I mean, there's a little bit of imperfections, but it's not the worst pool that I've seen. That's fine. I think that's fine. So now, paths. So we don't spend all day on this. We're gonna do a 8 or maybe 10. 8. So 10. That's what 8. And then let's maybe make it this. And what we'll want to do, because this looks a bit like aquatic themed, what I do want to do is go up right through the middle. And we go up like this, but maybe here. That went the wrong way. It's not as easy as it looks. Yeah, it's some terraforming. I want to go up, yeah, like that. I think that's fine. Like this. And I'm hoping the game actually plays some pillars so it doesn't look silly. Is there a way I can tell? Yeah, so that's probably as far as we want to take it. So it goes up, it goes down. Eventually we're going to want to put, maybe let's just do it now. We're going to want to go on from this side as well because we plan on building posters on the left. So like this. So now guests can go on that side, on this side, and possibly on this side, because maybe we can do... We're gonna have 2 changing rooms, one around here, one around here. Food courts, flumes, food courts, flumes. Okay, that looks fine. Now, let's place the flumes, because this is gonna be the smaller ones we can even possibly do even here somewhere. Actually here, because you jump right into the swimming part, so maybe we can try to fix this. Probably won't work unless you expand the pool here, which is what we will be doing. Is it on this side, like that? Let's say waiting for the kids, right? Maybe like that. Otherwise, it's gonna look a bit silly inside. That looks pretty bad. I think it's better if we just stay with the square ones. Hang on a minute. I think that looks a bit better. And then we're gonna do the swimming again on this side. Like that. Because now it fixes the entrance. In some ways. Waiting. Waiting. Now it's a bit better. So now we get onto the path. It's 8, right? We're still in the same path. Maybe delete this part. Come on. That works. There's 2 entrances. We're gonna have another one on this side. Maybe like so. And now let's start receiving some guests. I need staff path. Maybe a 6, even a 4 works. You're not gonna have that. In Planet Zoo, you need this to be big because you're gonna end up with a lot of employees. But here, I think it's fine if we just do it like that. So these staff. Okay, let's get the staff rolling. But do we want aquatic? Staff building small, staff building large. I don't know if we'll have time to play. I think that's fine. Build a few of them, just be safe. We need water pumps as well to be safe. That. And we also need distributors. Power distributor. Definitely need one here. Yes. Oh, everybody's happy now. Everybody's literally happy. We're gonna put one under the bridge. Under. I think that's perfect. And we're gonna need one on the other side to power the flumes that we have. Oops. Somewhere there. Now, water filters. We'll have to cover the pool and the flumes. So I'm hoping that captures the flumes. I'm gonna put one here. Take care of the water. So everything's done. We can even put like a baby pool, medium pool, starter pool, large pool, huge pool, flume pool, small pool, medium pool, starter pool, large pool. What's a large pool? So large pool is something like that. We'll see. We'll see. First, let's go with the flumes, right? So we're gonna put maybe this one right there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because here we can place the tiny one. Oh yeah, now I remember. So the guests are gonna have a big appetite, but they don't want to pay for the rides, which is fine because we're gonna make most of our money from the park entrance anyway. Let's put as much as we can. I think this is probably fits here. Then it's just gonna look a bit silly. So let's put one on this side. So now we pretty much have all of them. So the rides are untested. We have to test them. Let's just test them. Get it out of the way. So you're gonna have to test all of them individually, which is a bit of a pain. I don't know why. And when you have to open it, you have to open all of them individually. It's a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, paths. Let's do queues. Now, some of this will accept queues, some of them will not. I don't know exactly why, but that's how it is, realistically. Anyway, don't make it too long. You already have the stairs, so you don't have to... Oh, that's ugly. What is that? What is this? But that's why I was a bit on the fence with the railing. Let's take the railing off. That and then the queue system. Should we do it blue? I think red is fine. Do we need the queue, the railing? We do not. It's right here. Not very elegant, is it? That's okay. Up and down. That's how it goes sometimes. Let's do. Can we do it smaller? I have done this. Pins out. Place some like that. That's what I want to do. And then Q on this side. Mm-hmm. I think this is a bit unrealistic if I don't put railings on, to be honest. So let's do that, otherwise it's just gonna bug us. Railings. Let's see. Now it's perfect. So now that's nice. Of course we'll need this. How big is this 8? We need the 8 to go around that part. Maybe there. Beautiful. On the other side, because like I said, we're running out of money. And if we keep this going without opening the park, I think it's gonna be a failed experiment, which is something we want to avoid. Okay, let's do it like that. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on pause. That we can open, this we can open. They're shooting mannequins in the water to test. That's pretty. So our guests don't have changing rooms. They don't have anything to be able to use our water park, but that's fine. There we go. Actually, I should check. That's one way to check if you need the queue path or the normal path. Yeah, you get the fireworks. So some of this, yeah, we don't even have lifeguards, so let's just pause it again. We don't have quite a lot of things. So pools, pool extras, and then lifeguards. Let's give them a tall chair because we care about our employees. Maybe on this side. That's fine. This side, it's fine. This is tricky. Like that. Yeah, actually, that's gonna be a problem here because I don't know where to put them. We'll figure it out later. I have not seen a death of lifeguards. So, because of the lack of lifeguards, so I'm actually quite curious to see if that happens. It's a bit morbid, but why not? Why not? Let's see. Kind of question. Lifeguard post. Realistically, we need a tiny bit here and a tiny bit there. Can we do like a tiny path here? We can. Now, I guess I can. I mean, it's not the most elegant solution, but it will have to do for now. Okay, we need a few other things before we decorate the pool. We need changing rooms. Changing rooms. Like this. But we're gonna do them with the theme. Guest services. Guest services. Wipe and dryer, yep, that's one of them. I think one is enough. Changing room right next to it. And then guest service shop, toilets. Maybe we'll put it down. Because now we're gonna go into scenery and we're gonna go to all filter by theme, aquatic, and get the buildings. Yeah, aquatic building too. Let's see how this looks. There's no entrance. There we go. I have to use the smaller ones. Not best, but a bit better than the default. Let's change the color here. Yeah, maybe wood. Wood is nice. People wear flip-flops. They want some wood. We don't need railing here. That's fine. And then let's put some restaurant. Guest services. This is actually an important one. At some point, if you click on the guest, they're going to tell you there's no guest services counter or shop. Have a shop. Yeah, what you have to do with this, you have to open them. For some reason, they're closed. So they only work if you open them. So now we can kick it off. We should have a few lifeguards. So I think I put, let's say, 6 in total. So let's get 6 of these. They're gonna find their way. Maybe 8. Right attendant, yeah, we'll need a few of these. You don't need a lot because when you plop the flume, it comes with the right attendant. So of course you can get as many as you want, but you don't actually need them. This come with the vendor, so we're just gonna get 2 more for backup. We definitely need mechanics. You don't start with any mechanics, so we're gonna need a few. Let's say 5, and then janitors. Of course, you need as many as you want. Okay, so I think that's it. Now we just have to wait for guests to come in, and they are here. Look at that. Oh, by the way, and I think there's. Oh, yeah. So there's an update that came out a few days ago, and you can plop security guards. I'll do something else. I'll plop some. I'll plop some benches because I guarantee you by the time these guests get to our pool, they're gonna complain they're tired. So let's put a few. We're gonna have to plop some trees because I imagine the scenery rating is terrible. There's nothing happening in our park besides a lot of water. Well, we're gonna have to optimize this maybe a bit later. Okay, let's put a few on the top so people can take some selfies inside the park. It's nice. What's that? And the other thing that we need to turn on, and you can do that in two ways. You can click on it, or if you go here into park management, attractions, and shops, you're gonna see what you have. So you have pool. These are our flumes. This one's not open, so we can open it. It's much easier from here. The pool is open, of course. Shops, we don't have any. But the guest services are open. Facilities, mechanic workshop. You can open it from here. And now because we've opened that, we can start spending our points. We're gonna spend them on flumes, of course. We're gonna get all the flumes that we have. And then maybe some. Maybe we need that, but not right now. Flat rides. I think these flat rides are the best for getting some initial traction in the park. So now we have all the flumes. We have people coming, but we certainly need to build our area here with our guest services. Okay, so let's do it again. We're gonna put the flumes there so we can have everything here. So that's a changing room, a toilet, maybe there so we can place the big build the big prop, and then we're gonna have two service shops, maybe here and here. Let's go back to the scenery, blueprints. Here's the big one. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, add it. Looks like that. It does not look bad. We're gonna take a look in a second. We said we're gonna do maybe a 7 and the wood here. Let's maybe take all that. That looks much better than the first attempt that we had. What's it in here? These shops. That's fine. So now we're open. Look at that. Let's do more. They're fun. Aquatic dressing. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Look at this bad boy. Let's maybe put this here. Does it fit? It will, it will, it will. Like so. Flying car. Not bad. Lifeguard. His job. Those are some big binoculars. And look at his ears. It's like Dobby. Yeah. Told him. Beautiful. Starting to look good. It's starting to look very good. Now, before we go there, park options, you gotta go full price, right? So the more you build, the more this will increase automatically. It will get up to like 200 or something. And that's how you make the money. You don't have to worry about charging people per ride. Actually, the rides should be bargain, which means they're always zero. Let's do it here. Tools, custom, bargain. Because once you put it to bargain, you're gonna get a lot of guests. They're gonna think the the price of enter, the entry price will is actually a bargain, and then they're gonna show up. There's no price there. Everything's a bargain, and now we're gonna see people queuing up for our flumes. Let's see how it looks. We have 74 guests. Not great. Let's build some more flumes. Let's see what we have. We have this, which is gigantic. Look at that. I can realistically just put it like that, you know? That right? That is not so shabby. And then I think the only other one that might make some sense, there's a few math masters. We already have quite a few of these, to be honest, and I want to build much more right now. This one is pretty cool, but I think we can make a separate pool just for that. And then this one should fit here, like that. Okay. All right. Let's So now with the food port, because we're running short on money. Let's see what blueprints we have. Blueprints, food. They're all the same. I mean, if we're going with this theme, might as well. So let's plop a few here. In this case, food. It's a restaurant. This is the fast food. What is this? Food truck. The counter. What do we have for scenery? Counter. Just. Hey, just. There's only three of them. Okay, what I would like, aquatic jetty, aquatic shop, medium, aquatic submarine. Mm, I mean, to be honest, I don't think it really matters. It's only gonna matter how we place it. And I think we're gonna place it. Oh, by the way, now the generator, the distributor doesn't give you any negative appeal, so you don't need to worry too much about it being in the way. I guess this is the. I cannot even plop it. Okay, well, let's do this then. So we're gonna do a beef there. No, this gelato. The sushi. Maybe on this side. But that's not it. No, but we build this so we have space for the big ones, because otherwise, what's the point in spreading them apart so much? Half I haven't even opened it, so don't rush me. Poster station. Let's do another one of this. That's pretty. That's very pretty. Let's get some benches here. That's nice. Now the umbrellas snap inside, and Planet Zoo, this had to be done manual, and it was very frustrating. I don't know what this is. I guess you can put it like that if you want to. Okay, let's turn them on. Food shops, everything on. So we've got 100 guests. Now I'll show you how to increase the rating. We have a really small rating. The thing is, the game doesn't really understand that the bigger the pool, I guess in theory you're supposed to have a bigger rating. Which means because we only have a pool, we're not gonna get a big rating. Did we open this? Open. Bargain. Yeah. Okay, so these are open. We need some tracked rides. That's what we need. No, flat rides. Sorry. We need flat rides, and you can get the ones with the theme. So you have aquatic teacups, scenery, aquatic. We'll just do those for now because they fit with what we have. So the entrance to this is here. I think we're gonna do it like that. This makes the most sense. Maybe even like that actually. That's fine. But this is the guest. Now snow, invisible queue, no. We're gonna stay with the motif, we're gonna keep it red. Now it's a bit tricky to do because it's a bit different than Planet Zoo. And in Planet Zoo, if we did that, it would have deleted it, but it doesn't here. So what we're gonna do is just ignore the fact that it's not symmetrical and just go like this. Because that's what it is. And then here, what color did we select? No. Let's do sandstone. Sandstone is fine. It looks like sand. So that's gonna look fine. That's it. Test. So we test because there's no power. Let's get some power here. Test, and then the teacups. We're gonna move from this side. So our guest can walk a bit around their park. That's enough. That's enough. And then our sandstone will take our guests to the changing room. If you want to undress or put some clothes on. We don't even need to test this because we know it's just gonna be safe. And now for some more, we're gonna open this up. There's absolutely no theme, and I don't think we have the luxury now to play with the theme, but we're gonna do a few of them. So we're gonna choose this one. Place a few here, I think. Where's the entrance? There's no entrance. Oh, but that's our staff path, so that doesn't work. Let's do some of them here. Entrance on that side, exit right here. That's one. Maybe this one looks a bit wild, and I think people are gonna enjoy looking at it. Okay, let's get some more power. I'm happy I don't have to connect all of this to the mechanic. Test it out, open it, bargain. And there you have it. That's our park. Let's speed it up a second. Let's see how this goes. Let's buy some more tracked rides. No, not coasters. Flat rides. Yeah. Ah, this comes with a blueprint, so that's nice. We can actually aquatic shoot. Yeah, I know. Our functions. Yeah, yeah. I guess are thirsty. It's because we don't have anything to sell them. So we're gonna do that now because we're really losing money. So we need to start getting some guests. Let's build some. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Let's do some more in the next hour.